1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles. People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Green Bay Packers taking the field, led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who in Week 14, the game that you were at against Atlanta, he broke Tom Brady's NFL record for most consecutive passes without an interception. The pass was Rodgers' 359th in a row. It dated all the way back to Week 4 of the season. And he was very close to breaking the record and throw a pass on the sideline that nearly got intercepted by Deion Jones of Atlanta, almost stopping the streak. But survived that and continued on and broke the record. Finished 21 of 32, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. How about this for the season? 23 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers, just 1 interception thrown. That is unbelievable. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense. They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. 319! Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws. Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help. I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 49-yard line. 319. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive. I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right? They didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down carry by Jones. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. That's fine. Yeah. On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
319! 319!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
319!
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Boy, C.D. Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying, he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable, fit right into their defensive scheme. They said, go get the passer, and that's exactly what he's done. Leonard Floyd, another 1st-round pick coming from the other side. He's really helped Chicago get up to a
touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham from 6 yards away. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Aaron Rodgers no longer has a safety blanket named Jordy Nelson to utilize in the red zone anymore. But picking up Jimmy Graham, that's a heck of a consolation prize. Remember, Jimmy Graham has had 4 seasons of 10 touchdowns or more, including 10 with the Seahawks in 2017.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
I remember sitting down with Mitchell Trubisky before a preseason game in 2017. They were in Nashville to play the Titans. It's the first time I'd sat with him, and there was a seriousness about him. Guy that you could just tell cared only about ball, cared about the task. And I remember thinking, I don't know if he's going to be a great quarterback or not. He's going to make a great effort towards it. And I did love what he did on the field his rookie season.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And his first pass is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
At running back is Jordan Howard, who was an absolute revelation as a rookie, but he finished 2nd to Ezekiel Elliott for the rushing title in 2016. And no sophomore slump for him at all. Followed it up with a 2nd straight 1,000-yard season and finished 5th in the league in rushing.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is going to be Packer football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Last week, the Green Bay Packers played their first game under their interim head coach. You were there for that victory over Atlanta 34-20. What did you see?
I saw a team that was dedicated to getting back to the basics, you know, running the ball a little bit better, more precise in their details. Their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, of course, played well. Devontae Adams, their wide receiver, played well. But Aaron Jones, their running back, is really making a move. He should touch it 20-plus times a game. If he does that, I think Green Bay's offense can really be dangerous. And this is a team that can still finish over 500 if they win their last 3, partner, at Chicago, at the Jets, home against Detroit. And they are not mathematically eliminated from playoff consideration either.
By the way, how cold were you in the booth on a 1 to 10 scale?
I was very cold. On a 1 to 10 scale, I was a 15 cold, thank you. 25 degrees at kickoff.
Sorry I asked.
Let's go, come on.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
319.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go, come on.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Chicago, they're taking the field again here on the offensive side. And any questions as to whether the Bears were for real, I think they were answered on last week, Sunday night, Week 14. Convincing win in the cold over the L.A. Rams 15-6.
Yeah, they are legit on defense, aren't they? Forced 4 turnovers and held the L.A. Rams. Let me say that again. The L.A. Rams, a team averaging almost 35 points a game, to just 2 field goals. They've got to feel fantastic about that. They did get their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, back for the game. He threw 3 interceptions. If he cuts down the interceptions, if he cuts down the turnovers, the Bears could be very dangerous in the playoffs with that defense.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Blake Martinez tied for the league leading tackles last year in his 2nd season out of Stanford, but I thought he improved his game overall. Not only does he tackle well against the run, but able to diagnose pass plays, get back into coverage, and make plays on the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set up! 180! Run!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
319.
On the counter, here's Jones. And some space here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Hey, you got 3. 180.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now Trubisky. He fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Williams to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
319.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. It's the Packers on top early, and we're back to Soldier Field after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Play action. It's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Trubisky will throw. He leads this one for Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Again, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. A give to Howard. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. and a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They run with Howard. And a short gain here down to the 22. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense. Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go. And that'll set them back.
Still 1st down.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trey Burton from 17 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Trey Burton was a guy that flashed during his years with the Eagles, but he's always stuck as the third option behind Zach Ertz and Brent Sellett. Now, with the Chicago Bears, definitely going to get his shot. Versatile player delivered right there with a touchdown catch.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Williams now on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
319.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Go, hey, let's go, come on.
A give to Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
319.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
319.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To throw is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's incomplete. Michael Burton, the fullback, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to Week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on Thursday night. How about the Chargers and the Chiefs, a battle in the AFC West?
Yeah, it could very well decide the division, and that's a huge, huge ball game. And who saw that coming when the season began, that this would decide the whole deal? How about our first Saturday games of the year? Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, and those are going to feature the young quarterbacks. Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns.
And then Sunday, the late game, Pats and Steelers. You get Eagles, Rams Sunday night, Saints, Panthers Monday. I mean, hello, Week 15.
Yeah, that means I'm doing absolutely nothing the entire weekend except sitting on the couch and watching ball.
Well, you're also working a game on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, besides that.
Okay.
All right.
On third down, Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Again, this to Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Again, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll go again to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 15. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go with Howard again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Bears on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Now, before the game, you and I were looking at some of the highlights from last week, and one of the top plays was certainly that 99-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry.
Not only was it a top play, it's going to be memorable, and again, not just for 99 yards, which is enough of a reason to remember it, but it's the way he got it done. I mean, how about him knocking over people, stiff-arming people? I mean, it was an incredible, strong run. Tony Dorsett, who actually held the record before Derrick Henry, he hit him up on social media, gave him a little dap, a little congratulations. What a play.
Yeah, those are the only 2 guys to have a 99-yard touchdown run. Incidentally, both of them Heisman Trophy winners as well.
And a friend of ours on social media, he sent out a post that said, and with that run, Derrick Henry locks up his 2nd Heisman Trophy.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
319! 319!
Operating from the gun. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
319!
Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw on the crossing route, complete. That's Cobb. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. And again, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. Now Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, you know, thinking back to last week around the league, it was we've had some crazy weeks this year, Charles, but this was one of the crazier, maybe the craziest week that we've had. You think about the 99-yard run that sort of kicked it all off. Of course, that wild finish in Miami. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting things.
We certainly did. How about the 3 worst teams by record in the NFL? The Jets, the Raiders, and 49ers all won on the same weekend. We had overtime in Kansas City and in Dallas. And the 2 front runners in the NFC. New Orleans got a scare in Tampa Bay. And the Rams lost in Chicago.
Yeah, crazy, crazy weekend. It figures to be a crazy finish the rest of the way in this NFL season.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Now Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Crosby puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 79 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
319! 319!
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
319!
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete here.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
319!
Rodgers now going to throw again toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
319!
To throw is Rodgers on 1st down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Lance Kendricks, there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd down and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
319.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Let's go, come on.
On 1st and 10, Rodgers throwing the out route and complete. It's Cobb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
319.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
319. 319.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This is Howard on second down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Howard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Williams to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. They'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A very solid gain of 27. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. He's back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lance Kendricks with time running out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now Trubisky on first down. And shoving his way inside the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Again, it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And do you believe this? It's a safety, and the ball game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.